Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noel and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel. And today I have the last My French Country Home box in my annual subscription that I signed up for last year. It's not my last My French Country Home box, but it is my last one for now. I know some of you asked if I was going to bring the My French Country Home Advent box back to my Adventures with Noel series this year for the third year in a row. And unfortunately, I am not. So this is the most expensive box that I open here on the channel. It is not sent to me for review. I pay for it out of pocket. It is $2.85 per quarter. Because every little bit counts, I went ahead and did that annual subscription, like I said, which is still $1,100. So I just couldn't justify, because of the money that I already spend on this channel and really wanting to get just a little bit more than breaking even, I could not justify spending another over $500 on the Advent calendar this particular year. But I'm hoping that I will be able to maybe consider it next year if, like I said, I just do a quarterly box here and there next year. But as always, I do love to share boxes with you that you like to see on the channel, and that is one of the reasons that I do open boxes that I do pay for out of pocket. I just have to kind of make sure that the channel makes sense and that it's kind of paying for itself. So I think it's good to give boxes a little bit of a break as well. Now I do have an affiliate link, and that will definitely help if you have any interest in trying out the box or a one-time box or just in their beautiful shop with beautiful things. I will leave that for you below. That affiliate link does not automatically include a discount, but I do have a discount for you. It is Hi Noel 10, and that will save you $10. And again, every little bit counts. So again, I am sad because that Advent box literally has my name all over it, and it has been beautiful in the past, and it sounds like this is going to be their best box yet because there are no repeats from the actual quarterly subscription box, which was one of the things that I kind of was bummed about in past years. I just have to hope that they'll do it again and make it even better next year. So let's go ahead and take a look. Beautiful gold foil on the front, magnetic closure box. These make wonderful gift boxes if you're putting something together for someone. Maybe some of the contents actually come from My French Country Home, so it makes sense. But Sharon and her team do a lovely job with the presentation, which of course is one of the reasons why it was in contention for Best Presentation in our Nobody Awards this year. But let's go ahead and open it up. I always have to put it off to the side because it's a little bit heavy. Now in the outer box, because you're probably wondering, how does it come all the way from France and stay so beautiful and white? Because they send it in a mailer box, which is awesome. And then I believe I finally have figured it out. I think the annual subscription comes with the magazine, which otherwise you would have to pay for the shipping separately. So that is a good deal if you love looking through glossy pages of beautiful homes with lovely recipes. I mean, this is like a coffee table magazine. Like, I mean, just gorgeous. And if you have like space on your shelves, I could see having, you know, just rows of these because they are pretty thick, you know. So just lovely images. And I do always like to think of when magazines do all these different Christmas spreads and stories that they were probably taking these photos like in July and like September at the very latest, which I always think that's kind of funny. All right, so inside the box we have our beautiful satin ribbon. Like I said, I already told you the prices, $2.85, quite a bit, but they have been kind enough to extend that discount code to us, and you know, one of these days I'll bring it back, especially if you tell me that you want to see this box on the channel next year. I will do my best, and I'm going to feel so much FOMO, just like I am with the Advent box, of course. All right, let me see. And of course, Sharon also does her own unboxings, which are just very charming. She has like a style like me where she doesn't edit, so you're getting everything, but she also has the luxury of having the different variations. This box doesn't have customization. If you are like a long time subscriber, I think that you can ask for that to some degree. There have been past boxes where they kind of let me know that something came in a couple of different colors and they let me do it, but generally no, just because that would be quite a big undertaking for this box and their small team. So usually you just have to be excited about the surprises and know that all of the items, all the variations are lovely. Of course, one of the coolest parts about this box is there's always a vintage or antique item. So Sharon and again the team go and source those items from all over. We've gotten beautiful items like glass bottles and silver cake servers, and I don't know what we'll have. I'm hoping that this box, just again because I don't have the Advent box, I'm hoping this is a really good one and they haven't just saved all the really good stuff for the Advent box since there's no repeats this time around. So That's what the box contents look like. Oh, I'm sorry, I bumped you all. I hope you're all okay. And then here, it also looks like a beautiful full color spread. I think she does all of the photos herself. We always get this full spread of all of the items, but I don't like to show you too close because then you won't watch my unboxing. And then each of the items gets its own like page and description. So this is lovely as well. Ooh, some nice things and some definitely like variations. So this is box 32. That means they have been doing this for 8 years, friends. Home for the holidays. Welcome to our holiday-themed box. Discover a selection of hand-picked treasures that reflect the essence of the holidays in France. Our Home for the Holidays box is not just about celebrating the season, it's about embracing the spirit of togetherness and making your home a sanctuary of joy and relaxation. We hope that you love it. Happy holidays. And I love how these candles here are a little bit off-kilter, like the camera just was a second ago. And of course we have those beautiful, I don't know if those are glass or metal candlesticks. That would be like a cool thing to get in our, because sometimes we'll get like little things that were traditionally meant for some other use, like tableware use, and then she gives us ideas for how else we could use them in more practical ways. But like candlesticks would be great. And usually I like things like that in pairs, but I could see a vintage candlestick being something really nice because it can go with all of my other eclectic collection. And they also, in addition to that antique item, they also do an artist series. So if you do go ahead and subscribe for the entire year, then you will get 4 prints or cards. Sometimes they do them as greeting cards from that artist. So you get to collect all of them. And the artist that was featured this time around was Montague. So we've gotten some really lovely prints. I feel like they're all a little bit different. I wouldn't necessarily so far frame the 3 of them together, but you can pick your favorite. And then we've also gotten other items from Montague, and that is the case this time around. So let me see if I can find, I'm seeing one item that I am not super fond of already. It kind of harkens back to one of the items that was in one of the Advent boxes that was, for me at least, a questionable item. All right, here is one of those things that had some color variations. So, you know, I'm usually very happy. Man, I am just gonna knock something down today. I'm usually very, very happy with the items inside. Oh goodness, we have all kinds of things going on today. This video is like doomed. But I can't start over because you know I can't start over now that I've emptied the box. But there's usually one like color variation that I'm like, please don't let me get that. Please don't let me get that. And yes, it's usually pink. All right, so let's see this first item. I just saw the print. It is a really good print to end with. Okay, so this is the first item. I'm going to just try to go in order because I find that now that I've figured out the best way to do these unboxings, I'm not going to unbox it for a little while. But I find that it's easier to just go through the book in order versus flipping back and forth because they are such thick, lovely pages that it's kind of hard to do that. So this was all wrapped up in tissue to protect its gilt edges. This is very pretty. Let me see if I can get this out without too much distress. No, I just have to tear the tissue paper. So this is also from Montague. So it says, Paris, je t'aime. And look, those pretty gold edges. It's like very sharp, nice corners. So it looks like it, ooh, did you hear that sound as I like broke the gold, the paint that they had put along the edge? So it's just a like nice, simple cream page. It doesn't look like it's very lay flat. Ooh, look at that binding. Very detailed. Celebrate Parisian artistry with this whimsical Eiffel Tower notebook from Montague. Perfect to use as a journal for holiday reflections, travel notes, or making gift lists. Crafted in France with intricate gold gilded edges. So home for the holidays. I don't know how this is necessarily like home for the holidays or country, because of course it's a little more Parisian, but it is beautiful. I like all the little hot air balloons, and I guess that's like, it's like a cross between a hot air balloon and a parachute, but it is very whimsical and cute, and I always love a nice notebook. But practicality wise, I'm like, I'm gonna have to break that spine so that I can actually write in it. But it is nice thick pages, so if you wanted to, you know, add to it or draw, I think you're gonna be able to do that, or use like a really inky pen. It's not gonna like bleed through to the next side. You might want to like blot it though before you close it back up. All right, let's go to our next page. That was a lovely item. Okay, we have, this is a company I don't know that I've heard of before. And I think it's in here. It's either in one of these containers. So let me see. I think it is in this one. This is a necklace by Natad collection. The French jewelry brand Natad collection combines talented craftsmen with the creative spirit of a father and daughter duo. This beautiful necklace made from natural materials is a perfect accessory for the holiday season, whether you're attending festive gatherings or enjoying a cozy dinner with loved ones. So this looks like lava beads. I'm not sure what it is. It says natural materials, but it looks like rough beads and then the gold. And then we have this sort of, you know, it's not like perfectly polished. I think that's kind of the idea. So this is like, you know, it's definitely got a little bit more of a curve on one side. So there is a front side to it. No clasp because it's just one of those ones that goes over your head. Now for me, I could see this looking good on a plain sweater with a higher neck. I don't personally, I like this black and gold. I don't personally wear big chunky jewelry like this. I guess it could be chunkier, of course. But for me, this is like, it feels like a little more mature than my personal jewelry style. A little bit more, I don't know, like it's definitely like more of a fashion jewelry piece, even though I'm sure that it is like a very high value. It's just not my particular style. It just, so for me, that's a little bit disappointing. I know that especially with jewelry, it's a very personal thing, so it's not always going to be my style, but we have gotten such beautiful, delicate things in this box that I'm not disappointed. I will find someone who will enjoy this. I was just hoping, since it might be my last box for a little while, that it would be some like dainty little sparkly thing that I could wear. I could see it being, the nice thing about that is it's not just for holidays, right? You could definitely use that year round if that is your style. Next, we have something from Frère. So the Carrière brothers, I guess. So this is a candle, and it looks like it came in 3 different variations. Each box will include one of 3 beautifully scented candles by Carrière Frère in geranium, absinthe, or acacia. I'm like, I don't know what absinthe or acacia would smell like necessarily. These fragrances will create a soothing ambiance for your home during the busy holiday season. And I'm guessing because of the green box that I got the, I'm thinking that that means that I got the absinthe. I'm not totally sure. It does have a very strong scent, whichever it is. So this is acacia, actually. So acacia, you can actually see the acacia leaves on it. So there was also, so it says acacia on here, but then maybe they all were just in, oh, I think they all came in a green box, regardless of what color candle you got. So we had the, this is the acacia, this is the absinthe, yes, in the green jar, and then we had the pink, which would be the geranium. So I got this one that's kind of like a goldish green. It's kind of like a, almost like a chartreuse, like a muted chartreuse, but it is very strong. It's very floral to me, maybe a little bit powdery, not like my usual sort of like fresher scent. I bet it has a really nice throw. It smells like something that you would put like in a laundry room or something, or a small space that really needs like a strong scent. Maybe a bathroom candle, that might be nice, but it is a pretty, the floral jar is really pretty, so it's a little strong for me, honestly, but you never know. Things always smell different when you actually like them. Moving on, we have more, a set of, okay, so this kind of reminds me a little bit of something that we got in a past Advent box. Again, it's not entirely my style, but that doesn't mean that I don't like it and admire it. It just means that, you know, honestly, I think in my head I was like, like I want this box to be really, really good, but this is actually making it a little bit easier for me to take a little pause on it, because as much as I love these things, I just don't have the home for them. So these are from Bon Coeur, and these are these coasters, which actually I think are really beautiful. They're so reflective and shiny. It almost looks like 3-dimensional. It looks like embroidery inside, like inside of lacquer, if you guys can see that. I know there's a lot of reflection. So we did get a set of 4. And there are, like, it looks like a couple of different designs. They're all floral, but I do like the black background. So here's this one. And then here is this one. So we did get 4 different ones. These handcrafted enameled aluminum coasters by Bon Coeur feature a festive Moldavian pattern, combining beauty and practicality, perfect for your entertaining during your holiday gatherings. Now, I don't usually like slick coasters like this because I don't feel like they absorb the moisture, but these are like little dishes. So you can use them for other things too, like little ring dishes, like to sort other little items that you have. So I do think that's pretty. Again, not entirely my style. I'm usually a little bit more modern and minimalist. I don't even know that these are necessarily like country, but they are definitely for entertaining, and I love the little velvet bag. All right, so then we did get our transparent lipstick from T. Leclerc. It says, add a touch of effortless elegance with T. Leclerc's transparent lipstick. Each box features one of 7 shades, offering a luminous natural finish with a lightweight, comfortable feel, perfect for your holiday look. So let's keep our fingers crossed. 7 different shades. So that's one where like it would have been nice to be able to like say like that you like warm or cool tones, for example, you know, and there'd still be some variation and you wouldn't necessarily get to pick, but there are some pretty bright pinks. However, these are transparent, so they're just going to add a touch of color. They're not going to be like super matte or opaque. Pretty little holder tube. Let's see. Okay, so mine is pretty pale, so I might be able to use that. I was hoping for one that was a little bit on the more red or brown side, but I also might pass that on to someone just because I don't use a lot of sheer shades. You guys know that I like a lot of pigment, but it is a very satisfying closure on that. All right, let's keep going. We have a box of biscuits, aka cookies, from a company called La Sablesienne. These are beautiful tins. It says, indulge in the simple buttery delight of these classic French sablés, or biscuits, from La Sablesienne, a beloved artisan bakery that has been crafting traditional cookies in the Loire Valley since 1962. I'm trying to open it and it's sealed shut. I'm like, why won't this open? These biscuits are perfect for savoring with a warm cup of tea or coffee, but I don't want to scratch this nice tin because tins are wonderful. Carefully selected for our home for the holidays theme, this treat embodies the warmth and joy of holiday gatherings. So they're like individually wrapped, perfect for your tea or coffee. How lovely. And they are very pretty, and we have that Tour Eiffel on the front of this one, but it looks like there were a couple of different ones. They all feature the Eiffel Tower. I would have loved one of the blue ones, obviously, but the pink one with the roses is nice too. Okay, here is our antique item this time around. So this is a framed 18th century natural history print. So I watched her unboxing, and what she did is she was able to secure antique set of encyclopedias that had these gorgeous drawings in them. So some people got drawings that were animals, and some people got more botanical. I will admit, hoping for a botanical, just because I think flower drawings are so unique. But they did frame them in these gold frames. Mine is with fish, which I actually kind of like too, because you guys know that I love the ocean. So it says it is a brochet and synode. But this is lovely, and they kind of put it on the back of another piece of paper. And you can really see the paper, how textured it is, and the awesome printing that they did. So I thought that was a lovely idea, even though I don't know that that totally kind of goes with my sort of more modern but also eclectic vintage accent style. So I could see putting that up in my home for sure. So I thought that was a really nice item for our antique item this time around. Here is our final greeting card from Marin Montaigu. We've got like, I still do really love the green chair. So this is beautiful though. Isn't that gorgeous? That's something that I would definitely frame, especially if you have an affinity for Paris. It says, we are thrilled to be collaborating with Parisian artist Marin Montaigu this year as our resident artist. Each box contains a print by Marin for our box clients. If you are one of our regular subscribers, you will now have a collection of 4 exclusive prints by Marin by the end of the year. Display these works of art in a frame or use them as cards and send them in the envelopes provided. I do think it would be cool if one year when they were doing these artist prints, if they were all square, maybe they included in one of the boxes a square frame. That would be kind of nice. And then there is one final item that is only for subscribers. So you can buy these boxes as one-time boxes. This is, usually it's like something lovely, like a soap or some little extra thing. This is not my favorite item, and this is the thing that I saw when I first opened it up, and I was like, I don't know. It says, as a thank you to our quarterly and yearly subscribers, we have included a set of 6 tassels from Merci Louis. These vintage style decorative pieces add a charming touch to your home, perfect for hanging on doors, mantles, doorknobs, or a holiday tree. So they do have this really pretty velvet string on them. They're calling them tassels. They're double-sided, but they're these like drawings of these Victorian nobles, like what you would see, you know, in a museum, or I don't know. They kind of remind me of the ornaments of children that we got in one of the Advent boxes. We wound up with 6 of them. As far as I can tell, they're cardboard. I do like that they're double-sided. They would be light on the tree. It's enough to definitely intersperse throughout your tree so they don't feel like one-offs. But it's just not my, like, I don't know who these people are, and I don't necessarily want them on my tree. I guess you could make them kind of fun gift toppers to add if you were doing like lots of bows and things, but I don't know. Like, this was not my favorite item. So this box for me was like highs and lows, right? So I love that final Eiffel Tower print. I love, even though it's fish instead of flowers or plants, I think this is a really, really cool vintage item for us to receive. I love the idea of a nice lipstick and a candle, even though the shade and the scent aren't necessarily ones that I would have selected. I'm sure they will work for someone. The sablés are lovely. The necklace was just not my style. So again, it kind of gives me a little bit of, it makes me feel a little bit better about taking that break. But like I said, it is not the end. I will bring it back. You all let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you soon in my next unboxing.